please do not adjust your screens. Matthew and Chris have not had a baby together. Hey everybody, this is Big Mike, making this video just to show off real quickly my guitar I built in the Great American Guitar Build-Off. I wasn't actually going to submit this, but I was just going to use the deadline as an excuse for me to get up off my ass and actually build something. But then I mentioned this in the chat, and Mr. Gary Redburn volunteered to pay my my entry fee. So Gary, I hope I make you proud. And I also mentioned that there was a twist to my build that I wasn't going to reveal yet, and I guess it's time to let the cat out of the bag. Let's see if y'all can count. Yes, indeed, this is a model I'm calling the Hudson KR5. Which the Hudson is going to be my branding for any future Telecaster shaped guitar I make. I might explain that in a later video. But the KR5 has to do with one of the reasons I built this. One, in my parts drawer for years, I've had a Kahler Flyer tremolo. See, that was missing one saddle, and those are hard to replace. And I had this set of tuners that came off of an old Squier. The heads, all I had, come in a box of parts, all I had was the headstock with the tuners on it. I took the tuners off the headstock, put them in my toolbox, and thought I had all 6. But I've been holding on to them, and I wonder, the only thing I could do was to build a 5-string guitar out of it. I didn't know why I would do that, but then I discovered that Mr. Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones takes the top string off of his Telecaster and tunes to an open G tuning. You can probably find other videos on that. And basically, my purpose of this video is because I won't be attending in person. I wanted to give you a general overview of the guitar and try to answer some of the questions I feel the judges would have for me if I was there in person. This neck, it's a mahogany neck that came out of a box of parts I got years ago. It's an old neck off of a Japanese import guitar from the 60s, I believe. And I messed it up trying to reglue the original fretboard on it. And I've just been holding on to it for years, so I narrowed it down, put a new fingerboard on it. This fingerboard is actually meant for an acoustic guitar, so it's got the infinity radius on it. I haven't had any trouble pinning notes on it so far, and I like to bend the notes like halfway across to the other side of the guitar. And there's some minor issues on the neck, but since I'm building this, essentially was going to build this guitar for myself eventually. I'm fine with that. The only real mistake I made on the neck, when I narrowed it, if you look carefully between the like the 6th and the 12th fret, you'll see it's just a hair too narrow right here in this section. But this is actually only the 4th time I've leveled and crowned frets. But this is the first time I've started with a neck with no fingerboard on it. This neck is supposed to be rosewood, but it's got, the rosewood has got some sort of stain on the top of it that when I put the lemon oil on it, it kind of looked like a light not mahogany, but ebony. This body is made from 2 old shelving boards I had, and I thought it was. I think it's pine, but I think it might be SPF. But I didn't have any trouble getting the screws to, bite into it. This is a finish I've got called what I'm calling a barn burst finish. Basically, I stained it, put a light coat of black paint on it, scraped and sanded it down, and then bursted around the edges with black. These pickups I actually got from Temu. This is a Firebird style mini humbucker, and this is like a generic ceramic blade type single coil. Actually, this single coil's got a decent tone, but it's got a little more noise than I thought it would. I'll do something different on the next Telecaster I make. And this control panel right here. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it in the shot without muting myself. This and the output jack plate. I made this from an aluminum trim material you can get at the Home Depot. It's like when you have 2 different flooring materials in a room, you put it in the doorway, to hide the seam. I just spray painted it black. And then I sanded and scraped most of it off, so it had like a brush. So it has like a brushed aluminum finish with little black pinstripes on it. And I've got what looks like an import style 3-way toggle switch instead of a blade switch. The reason for that is I wasn't sure if I'd have enough room to add this switch with a blade type Telecaster switch. The reason that this switch is here is because these 2 pickups came from 2 different vendors on Temu. I wasn't sure if they'd be in phase with each other electrically, so this is just to knock the single coil in and out of phase with the mini humbucker. This mounting ring I made myself from a scrap piece of an old Strat style pick guard that I had in my parts drawer. The neck only has 18 frets, and I think this neck was originally supposed to be a 24 3/4 inch neck, but it's got a 25.5 inch radius on it. Not radius, scale length. I do know my words, I just forget what order to use them in. An interesting thing about this pickup, I tried something I've been wanting to try for a while, and I think it worked fine. Anybody who plays this guitar, give me some feedback on it. The center line of this pickup is actually where the 24th fret would be if this had 24 frets. The nut, I made that out of a piece of corian that I got like 3 sample pieces for like $5 at a thrift store. And this string retainer I had to make out of a piece of corian and a couple of plastic beads. It's held on with some stainless steel sheet metal screws that I got from the hardware store. Most of the just about all the screws that are holding the hardware down are stainless steel sheet metal screws. And except for these screws right here, which are little chrome-plated screws that you use on those European-style hinges that you got to drill. I think it's a 23 millimeter hole for. Like, no neck plate. I just got some finished washers and stainless steel screws. Um, don't know how well this neck is showing up on the screen, but I just used black paint as a grain filler and just put a light orange stain on it and clear coated it. And I put stingers at the heel of the neck and at the back of the headstock, just because I had to add some mahogany to the edge, to the back of the headstock here to reshape it, and it didn't quite match up. And at a certain point, I got tired of chasing down little, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I got tired of chasing down, I got tired of chasing down defects in the paint job. I said, screw it, I'll just do a light relic finish. I had the idea to scrape through the paint on the edges to have like, to make it look like, and then clear coating it to have it look like a natural pinstripe. But I kind of screwed that up and tried to fix it by putting an actual pinstripe on it with tape and a paint marker. And this is 100% a rattle can finish. I don't know how well the finish is showing up on camera. I don't know if you read it very well. There's my Big Mike 6-string Hot Rods logo. That's my old logo. I have a new logo, but I haven't made any decals yet. And I'd like to thank Matt and Chris for sponsoring the contest. I'd like to thank Gary Redburn for volunteering to pay my entry fee. If I win the contest, Matt, give him his money back. And I'd also like to thank the staff at Guitar Center in Columbia, South Carolina. They helped me fund the build by buying some of my old effect pedals. So I'm very appreciative of them. Well, if any of the judges are watching this video, or you think of any questions that the judges might have for me, or that you have for me, leave them in the comments.
Morning red. Here? One Brooklyn. No. Carrie. Where's the New Yorker?